And thank you for watching this QGate video where we're discussing Copilot for Microsoft 365. My name is Josh Dallywell, and for the second video in a row, I'm kindly joined by my guest Cameron, who, if you watched last week's video on Sales Copilot for Dynamics 365, will know that Cameron is the Modern Work and Business Applications Commercial Lead at Infinigate Cloud, who themselves are an award-winning cloud distributor and Microsoft indirect partner. And Cameron is one of those special people with a deep understanding of not only the capabilities of Copilot, but a whole host of other Microsoft solutions. And before I bring in Cameron, for those of you still not familiar with who QGate is, we are an operational efficiency and CRM consultancy that specializes in the use of Dynamics 365 and Power Apps to help solve our clients' CRM and business problems. We believe that technology should work for you and not the other way around. And we're passionate about helping businesses streamline their processes and improve their customer relationships through the power of business process automation and CRM. Our goal is to empower our clients to focus on what they do best, which is running their businesses and worrying less about the technology. Now, I know that when we recorded the last video, Cameron, I alluded to the fact that there had been an announcement as recently as last week from Microsoft, which I think for some people had been, a long time coming. Can you tell us a little bit about that? And I guess the importance of it for our audience. I know have you got something that you want to screen share?
Yeah, I do. Thanks, Josh. Let's bring that up just to help guide us. So last week, Microsoft kind of just dropped on us that Copilot for Microsoft 365 would be available for businesses of all sizes. So it started last summer, where it's open to a very, very select number of businesses as part of a paid trial, as part of their early access program. In November, that opened to businesses on an enterprise agreement. Now, that's a formal licensing that Microsoft do that typically is 2,500 seats and up. So still looking at the larger end of the size of businesses. Last week Microsoft said, hey, let's open the doors so everyone can now get their hands on this exciting new product. So good news here as well is there's no minimum license count. So even if you just wanted to get one team to get their hands on this product, you can do. So you can literally have as little as one license for Microsoft 365 Copilot if you wanted. So, there's a lot to cover when it comes to Copilot for Microsoft 365. I'm going to start today just by grounding it with something that the audience watching this might already have used, which is ChatGPT. Been out for just over a year now, and ChatGPT is, don't get me wrong, it's very great, although it is limited. And that's because it's a very powerful tool that utilizes a large language model to learn from historic writing, as well as historic conversations that it's had with other users. But the biggest difference between ChatGPT then and Microsoft 365 Copilot, there's two main things. One, it's sitting on top of your data and is able to learn, pull and leverage information from across your organization. And the second thing is it's nested within those Microsoft 365 apps that you're using every day already. And this means you can do a lot of things that are genuinely impossible with ChatGPT, and that's what makes it incredibly powerful. Okay, so across Teams, Outlook, Word, PowerPoint, and Excel, Copilot for Microsoft 365 is an expert in them all and knows how to do anything that's possible in these apps. Maybe you want to write a complicated Excel formula or want to add some impressive animations in PowerPoint. You might want to pull some meeting summaries from a Teams meeting into an Outlook email. All of that's possible with Copilot for Microsoft 365. So let's take a look now at how this can be used across all of these apps, specifically starting here with Word. If you've ever stared at a blank page, then wondering how to begin a document, well, that experience, that's over. Copilot can jumpstart the creative process here for you. You should never have to start with a blank slate ever again. So for here, it can write, it can edit, it can summarize, and create right alongside you. That's Word. Let's have a look at PowerPoint. So Copilot and PowerPoint is pretty remarkable, actually, with Copilot becoming your storytelling partner. And it can transform existing written documents into slide decks, complete with speaker notes and sources. But really though, just a prompt, it can create a full slide deck for you. You just need to point it at a file and say, hey, take this, create a short presentation based on this file for me, and it can do that immediately for you. You might also, you can want to start a new presentation just from a simple prompt or from an outline, or you might want to condense a lengthy presentation. You can do that really easily, just at the click of a button. And you can use natural language commands to adjust layouts, to reformat texts, and to perfectly time. Or you might want to use it, to do things that you're not 100% comfortable in doing, like creating snappy animations. Copilot and PowerPoint, that's all about maximizing your productivity and helping you to do things that you might not be able to do today. Okay, Excel. The average person, when it comes to Excel, I'll probably put myself in this bucket as well, but uses less than 10% of what Excel can do, which is staggering. Copilot helps to unlock the other 90%. So Copilot in Excel, that puts all of the rich capabilities of Excel at your fingertips. You can analyze trends, you can create professional looking data visualizations in just seconds, helping to reveal correlations, propose what if scenarios, and suggest new formulas, all based on your questions. Again, remember, this is all through natural language. And this can generate models based on your questions to help you explore your data without having to actually go in and modify it yourself. Okay, so far we've covered Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. Here we're going to look at Outlook. So how much of your day is spent trying to catch up on, or just to get through your inbox? How much time do you spend reading through long email chains that you're brought in on 10 emails deep, and you're just trying to understand the context of why you've been brought in? And then how much time do you spend organizing your email, let alone having to respond to the most urgent ones? And for all of these challenges, Copilot's there to lighten the load. So yeah, whether we're talking about summarizing long email threads or quickly drafting suggested replies, Copilot in Outlook helps you clear your inbox in minutes, not hours. Especially useful if you go on holiday for a week and you come back and you have hundreds of emails you need to get back on top of. Copilot Outlook is going to help you get up to speed much quicker. The last application that I wanted to focus on today, so lastly but certainly not least, that's Copilot in Teams, where every meeting is more productive in Teams. A few things here. Here, Copilot could follow meetings that you can't make. So maybe if you're on annual leave or if you're double booked, if you ask it to follow a meeting, it can then give you a summary of what you missed. So no need to have to shuffle meetings around or ask someone to cover you. Instead, Copilot can cover you and it can give you a full recap, not just what someone remembers or what someone notes down. And then whether you're in the meeting or whether you're following it, Copilot can summarize key discussion points, including who said what and where people were aligned, where they might disagree, as well as suggesting action items, all in real time during a meeting. There's just so much of the drudgery of work, which zaps our time, our creativity, our energy, can instead be handled by Copilot. So I wanted to, just give it a quick summary today on how Copilot for 365 can be used across those apps, but genuinely, that's just the tip of the iceberg. And all I've done here is talk about it, haven't even shown it in action. But once you do see it working, genuinely, I think it's incredible. It's immediately obvious this will change how we all work. So if you do want to see more, reach out to QGate, who will be more than happy to help. That's me, Josh.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Cameron, just a couple of quick things I wanted to pick up on the things that you've just talked about. Firstly, let's go back to, you mentioned kind of Chat GPT. Now, I guess there's some people here in amongst our audience who will already be familiar with Chat GPT. I use it almost on a daily basis. And I think for me, the important thing with it being incorporated into Word is I don't have to copy and paste my text that I've already written or a description that I've written and put it into Chat GPT, because obviously I think there are certainly some, I'm sure, very valid security concerns with a lot of businesses in terms of people inputting business proposals, information on projects and the like into ChatGPT. And I guess this sits within your environment. It only works with your data as opposed to anybody else's. Okay.
Absolutely, yeah. So I can leapfrog off that in that ChatGPT learns from every conversation that's had. It's quite a famous story. I think about a Japanese company who all of their engineers or their technical engineers were sharing technical information. That's a huge no-no with ChatGPT because it is learning from those conversations. When it comes to the Microsoft side of things, whether we're talking about Microsoft Copilot, which is available, it's like a web version of ChatGPT almost, or if we're talking about Copilot for Microsoft 365, you can be safe in the knowledge that all of your data, it has commercial data protection. It's not going anywhere. Well, yeah, all of your data is staying within your organization. So you can be safe in the knowledge anything you're sharing isn't being shared with anyone else.
Excellent. And I'm just thinking of a practical example with Microsoft 365 Copilot for Teams. I was on a call this morning with a client, and one person in that who should have been on that call has unfortunately been taken sick, and asked that I send them a copy of the recording of that call. Okay. Now, what I can't imagine anybody ever doing is sitting down and watching a 45-minute recording of other people talking. It doesn't matter how much of an important subject it is for that particular business or for us. I can't imagine somebody sitting down and watching a 45-minute video of that call. And essentially, with Copilot, they'll get a summarized version of what the key points from that meeting were and any action points that necessarily involve them, as opposed to having to watch that or read the entire transcript of that meeting.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, lifesaver in those situations.
Brilliant. And yeah, exactly, a massive time saver. And again, we're all about kind of efficiency here. So that's fantastic. Thank you, Cameron, for your time once again and for sharing. If
Thanks,
you'd
Josh.
like more information on any of the Microsoft 365 or Sales Copilot products and how it can help your business, then please feel free to reach out to your QGate account manager. And if you don't have an account manager, or you're not sure who that person is, or you want to reach out to QGate directly, then please feel free to drop us an email on info@qgate.co.uk. Thanks for watching.